It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet like the one and only here with
me.
And today we are going to have an exciting episode of Omnikinetic Battle. If for whatever reason you're having trouble hearing us, make sure to tell us so that we'll know to speak louder. Always want to make sure to give you the best quality entertainment that you can receive. I'm going to get up on my screen the different game modes and game modifiers and everything for Omnikinetic Battle. You can just tell me what modifiers you would like. Would you rather pick your game mode first or the modifiers for your game mode first?
The game mode first, because then that'll help me decide on what modifiers I like.
Okay, solid.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a document so that I can get all this down.
Okay, solid. So just a recap on some general stuff about the game.
Yeah.
So the story, a mysterious energy resonates across the multiverse. All beings are capable of manifesting their very imagination by channeling this energy. What would you do in a world like this? What would you create? And what would you do to protect your creations? Only time will tell what your future will unfold. You have vitality, which controls your character's health. You have energy. Energy is spent in order to manifest constructs. And then you have strength and speed. A character's strength and speed are always at 1. So that means you have like a speed of 1 and a strength of 1.
Okay.
Character actions you can do in the game. You can meditate. It takes your entire turn to meditate, meaning you can't do any other actions the same turn you want to meditate. That increases your energy by 2. By the way, your energy and your health start at 10, and 10 is your max. Then you have construct manifestation. You can spend energy to create a construct, and every stat that construct would have is equal to the amount of energy that you spend to like create it.
Right.
So like the strength and the speed of that construct. It also has whatever properties you imagine it with. Yeah. Then you can use or command a construct or attack.
And the health, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine.
And the health of it is the same as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
its integrity is what it's called for constructs.
Gotcha.
So you can use or command a construct or attack. Doing any of those actions results in the end of your turn. If you attack without a construct, the speed and strength of your attack is equal to 1. If you attack with a construct, the speed and strength of the attack is equal to the energy spent to make the construct.
If I have multiple constructs, can I do multiple things in the same turn?
You can only do a single attack or use or command a single construct per turn. So you can have multiple, but you can't use
them all to attack at once.
Yeah, at once.
Okay.
Then dodging is really interesting. So when you dodge, yo Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button and share it with your friends. Also, tell us if any of us are like too quiet or too loud. I want to make sure the audio is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you dodge, so someone attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't deal any damage to you yet. That goes until like your turn goes, and during your turn, you can do anything you want as long as you dodge at some point during your turn. If you don't dodge at all during your turn, when your turn ends, that's when you would like take the damage from the hit.
Okay.
And if there's a construct between you and an attack, the construct takes some of the damage first before you would get hit.
Okay.
Also, if you move, like if you're like, I don't dodge, but I'm gonna like move over here, you still get hit because you didn't dodge. Like moving isn't the same thing as dodging.
Okay.
And then you have general exploration. You can generally just move around unless a game mode or game modifier specifies that you can't just generally just move around where you want.
Gotcha.
Okay, logic over strength is important. Essentially, the properties of a construct versus like the properties of another construct matter if the numbers are equal. If the properties of a construct versus the properties of another construct are not like the same energy, the one that's 2 energy or more higher than the other overwrites the properties of the other.
Okay.
But it has to be 2 energy higher or more.
Okay. What if it's 1?
If it's
the more logical one still?
So if it's only 1, it's still the more logical one. So if you have an unbreakable sword that's 1 energy, versus a shield that can block anything that's 2 energy. The sword
The sword would be blocked.
the sword still is blocked, yeah. I guess that was just a bad example. The unbreakable sword just versus
sword that can cut anything.
versus a sword that can cut anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I see that. So the sword that can cut anything has 2 energy, and the one that can't be destroyed has 1.
Mm-hmm.
The one that can't be destroyed still won't be destroyed, even though the other one can cut anything. I guess the sword...
So it'll, like, weaken it?
It'll still get cut. Huh. That's really weird. We're gonna see how this goes. But it is gross. Then ban list is a thing. So if there are any properties that you want banned from the game,
Mm-hmm.
you would like declare that now and like type it out like on a ban list, and you'd share that with me.
Okay.
Kirby said the logic stuff is going to break this game. Hey. This is you, right? Let's see. So you said you want to pick a game mode first?
Yes, please.
Okay. So for your game modes, open world is an option.
Mm.
Players take turns completing character actions in the world. The only objective is for players to have fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Deathmatch. Players agree on the value of X. All players start X number of units of distance away from each other. Speed determines how many units of distance a character or construct can move in a single turn. The goal is to kill all other players without dying yourself by using character actions. Kirby said, and the teal dice roller, he said, I'm going to keep doing this. Eventually, I will check out the teal dice roller, Kirby. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Mini moves ahead is another game mode. Players agree on the value of X. This game mode has the same rules as Deathmatch, but each player only has X number of turns to accomplish their goal. The next one's called Rule Overall. Players agree on the value of X. Each player gets X amount of turns to create a city and its defenses. Each city must be only X number of units of distance away from each other. Speed determines how many units of distance a character or construct can move in a single turn. After all cities and defenses have been completed, the goal of each player is to get other players to yield their cities to them and to kill the players who refuse to do so. So it's like a conquest game.
I like that. But you could do that with like an open world too, right?
Yeah. You would just have to get everybody to like agree that like that's what they want to do.
I'd like to try the open world.
You like to try the open world?
Can you set a time limit for the open world?
I'm surprised that I haven't created a game modifier that's called time limit, but I'll just do that now.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah. So, boom, boom, boom.
Or like turn limit?
Heading 2. Let's see. I'll create a modifier for both things.
Okay.
So the turn modifier will be players agree on the value of X. X determines the number of turns each player gets before the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll essentially just copy that and change a couple words and make time limit. So time limit, players agree on the value of X. X determines the number of minutes. Yeah, just the number of minutes. That the game will last before it will end.
Okay. So
And now there are a list of game modifiers that you can activate. So right now I'm scrolling up through game modifiers. Some of these are like pretty interesting. So oblivious, all players must act as if they don't know the properties or amount of energy spent on constructs manifested by other characters. Players in-game can only learn the properties of another character's constructs, either through the assistance of their own construct's properties or through observation of the effects of said other character's construct's properties in action. Kirby said, try it, Winslow. Oh, there's like a virtual dice roller thing that
What's
he's
it
interested
called?
It is called Teal Dice Roller. So Teal Dice Roller.
I'll make you a deal. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to it. I'm checking out the dice roller.
Another game modifier.
Oh, it is cool. It's like a 3D thing. I like it.
Another game modifier is called Metashift. Let's see. Batpunk7 said lol. I got second place in that match. Yo, I watched. It sucked that the wall got you.
Yeah.
Like where you're outside the bounds. Kirby said, I don't know the name of your channel.
It's the Empire of Eternia. It's a micronation, so if you want to become a citizen, all you have to do is subscribe. The Empire of Eternia's empire, so EMPIRE, of OF, Eternia, AETERINA.
Say Eternia one more time, because he spelt it wrong in the live chat just now.
Eternia, AETERINA. Eternia.
So he said AETERINA.
Yep.
Yo,
That's correct.
Ninja Andy, welcome.
The Empire of Eternia.
Ninja said, say kid backwards.
You see, I would, but there's an animal that's kid backward twice, and it's a cool little deer. So you should check out kid backward twice as a cool little deer. So, I mean, technically I did just say kid backwards.
Yeah, you did.
Twice.
Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Metashift is another game modifier. After a construct with a certain
Hey,
property...
Kirby, you subscribed. Thank you so much. I see it on my my feed.
You the real MVP.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would make you the real MVP? If you haven't already, make sure to ring that notification bell so you know whenever we do these live streams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Batpunk7 said, what are you guys doing? So what we're currently doing is we're about to play a tabletop RPG style thing called Omnikinetic Battle. He's picked the open world game mode, which is essentially just about having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's picking what his game modifiers will be to change up the gameplay and make it more interesting. So you have Metashift as an option. After a construct with a certain property is manifested, no other construct is allowed to have that property. If a construct with a certain property is destroyed, said property is added to the ban list. Then you have stat restriction. Characters are not allowed to modify their stats or the stats of others via manifesting constructs or properties that would do so. This means the properties of constructs cannot alter any character's health, strength, speed, or energy.
I think I'd like to try it like in the freest way that I can.
Okay.
So I want to try it basically with just a time limit on it.
Okay. Batpunk7 said, oh, okay. Complicated.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I have a recommendation for something you might want. One of the modifiers is called setting. A player or group of players before the game starts writes or tells a story. The events of the story are canon to the game and take place before the events of the game. Locations and characters from the story exist in the game. It gives you more of a like playground to play in if you want.
Yeah.
And if not setting, then I could recommend fan fiction is another game modifier. Locations, items, and characters that exist in the world are from fictional movies, TV shows, books, etc. that the players enjoy. So if you don't want to make a story world off the spot, like off the top of your head, you can just say like, oh, it's The Magicians, but Omnikinetic Battle. Or you could say, oh, it's Carbon, whatever, Altered Carbon, but it's Omnikinetic Battle. Or like Black Mirror or something.
Yeah.
Let's see, Batpunk7 said, I love the modifier Hinga Dinga Durgan.
It's a good one. I don't know what it is, but excuse me, I love it.
But yeah, would you be interested in any of those modifiers, or do you just want to do the time limit one?
I'd like to just see the time limit for now, because I'd like to see like what sort of the, I guess, default open world of it is.
Okay. Well, Kirby said, is it Lee Ferrickson Day now? But yeah, what would you like to set the time limit to be?
Is there a way to set it, or would you feel like this is enough time to do it for like a 12 minute, to do it to 11?
You can do that if you want.
Too short?
I mean, it's whatever you want.
Okay, I think I'll try that.
You're gonna try and do it for 12 minutes?
Yeah, let's see how far we can get in 12 minutes.
Okay. Would you like me to play with you, or would you rather it be like just you doing stuff?
Do you feel like you can play and come up with story?
Well, it's like a turn-based thing. So it would be like you would do something, then I would do something, and so on and so forth.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Who would you like to go first?
You can. Let's do like a speed run.
A speed run?
Yeah. 'Cause we
Okay.
got 12 minutes. Let's see how much we could do.
So the first thing I'll do is, for one energy, I'm gonna create like a super futuristic city with all these like tall skyscrapers that are shaped like weird tubes, and it's gonna have like an interesting like monorail like subway system and stuff like that. And I'm gonna make a tower out of one energy, like a very specific tower that's separated from the city, which would be like where I hang out. It has like a nice elevator and it's well furnished. Ooh, after you.
So both of those things, both of those things integrity are one.
Yeah,
So what did you describe? You described a tower and a city,
yeah,
and they both have an integrity of one.
yeah, and it's like a
So-
big futuristic setup.
Got you. So is your creation turn separate from your like attack turn?
So you can do whatever you want during your turn, but as soon as you use a construct, or you command a construct, or you attack, your turn ends.
Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I'll use. But after every turn, you regen your health. You regen your thing, or you have to like meditate to regen it.
You have to meditate to regen it. One of the game modifiers
Is
lets
it-
you regen 2 at the end of every turn,
Okay.
but only if you have 8 or less.
Got you. Okay. I'll do. I'll create. Am I in your city now?
If you want to be. We didn't do, one of the game modifiers has it where you set up like bounds for the world and you pick where you want to be on the map, but
Yeah.
we didn't look at it.
Okay. So I'll create. I'll use 2
Mm-hmm.
to create a universe, like a fully furnished universe
Nice.
with like a whole bunch of stuff in it and like really complex life and just the whole 9 yards. And then I'm gonna be put like on a habitable planet in that thing and just like chilling, flying around, doing whatever I want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Batpunk7 said Leif Erikson Day is on August 9th. He said, is this like MapleStory? Batpunk7 said, okay, I'll get a hatchet, a bat cave, and every turn I get 10% attack buff.
Nice. What else I'm gonna do is I'm going to like reach out of my universe
Mm-hmm.
into your city
Mm-hmm.
and just like, cause I have one attack, I'm gonna just like punch a wall.
You're gonna punch my city?
Yeah.
Okay. That would just destroy my entire city, except for my tower. I built it separately on purpose.
Right.
Okay. So when you destroy my city, I'd be like, well, that's your attack, my nigga. So I'm gonna spend 1 energy on a phone that can call your brain directly, like telepathy.
Yeah.
This phone also increases my energy every turn by the amount I spent. So I spent 1 to make it, which lowered me to 7, and then by making it with this property, it like increased me back up to 8.
Wait, so how'd you do that?
So the property of the phone is that it like increases my energy every turn based on the amount I put into it.
Okay. That's OP, but okay.
Yeah, there was a modifier called stat restriction where you can make it where you
Stop.
can't edit your your stats with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty-
but we didn't turn it on.
Right.
So yo, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Great to hear. Cool. Can you not?
Yeah, I cannot.
Cool. Hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. What do you want to do?
I got you. So let's do a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
One, if you want to rebuild your city, or if you want to do something else, you could totally do that, because I feel bad that I messed up your city. I just wanted to see if like one single punch would like mess it up.
It sure did.
And my bad. I'm sorry if I killed anyone. What I want to do is, I'm sure somewhere in my universe is like that villain that we were talking about earlier that just like exists somewhere. So like, let's see if we can find that thing and like go on an adventure. So I'm gonna create an object sort of like you did, with like, I guess 5 energy that like replenishes my thing for 5 every turn.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Kirby said, I'll make a 10 energy construct that can refill energy that was spent to make it. Cool. That would just refill it all the way back up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I haven't really done anything yet with my turn. So where do you want to meet? Also, which villain? Lily Liar or America's Funniest Home Dickbag?
America's Funniest Home. I guess they're both in the universe somewhere. So
Oh, they're
let's
just.
go.
Oh, they're in the universe you made?
I would imagine, like, if the universe is infinite, then it's somewhere.
Alright, cool.
Something like that, yeah.
Do you have a way of getting me into your universe?
I, like, reach my hand out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, yeah, like, it's just, like, because I created it, I can be, like, whatever size I want in it, and you could be too. So I'm
Okay.
just like, hey.
Okay, I grab your hand.
I'm like, whoop. It's like, you ever see the show, like, Chalk?
Chalk Zone? Yeah.
Chalk Zone? Yeah, it's like that. It's like,
Cool. Well, so where do we start for searching? Kirby said that was just a joke. I'm not actually playing.
So I guess I'll make a detector that'll detect. Oh, are you done with your turn?
Oh, yeah, I can end my turn so you can do your thing.
Okay. So I will real quick. I'll make a detector that can detect things, any like evil presence or whatever in the universe, and that replenishes for like 9. And I'm gonna use 9 for it. So.
You're gonna use 9 for it?
Yeah.
Oh, how much energy do you have? Like, have you been keeping up with it?
No, my bad. I'll use it for 8 because I spent 2 to make the universe. So 8, and then it's a little thing that replenishes my energy for 8 every time.
Okay, solid.
Nice.
Okay, so you have the detector?
Mhm.
Are you gonna use it?
Yeah, I'm gonna like turn it on and like see. Okay, they're like over there.
Are they like the only evil things in your universe?
No, there's like a lot of stuff going on, but like I can specifically pinpoint that they're like on another planet, like a few hundred light years away.
Oh, okay. Do you have like a ship or something we can use to like try and get to them?
No, but because we can be whatever size we want in it, we could just like move there really quick.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also, what will like trigger them to like attack us? Lily Liar has really particular rules, but what triggers America's Funniest Home Dickbag?
I don't know. I would imagine things that are like epic fails. So I would imagine me like getting embarrassed by destroying your city would like be something that he'd be like right up his alley. I don't know. Like that seems like a pretty crazy circumstance for him.
Maybe we should add like a thing for it. Like roll a check or something. Like it's Jankir's like 2d20 and then just see if he gets on you specifically for that.
Okay, so 2d20?
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Let's try it. So I got a...
Which was your good die and which was your bad die?
It's hard to tell because they're the same color.
They're the same color?
Yeah, but
oh,
one
that's
was
kind of trash.
One was at 8 and one was at 19. So I'm going to go with the 19.
Then the America's Funniest Home is Dick Bad just didn't notice. Maybe you didn't think it was that bad. It was only a 1 energy city. Kirby said you could use 2 tabs and have one
like
with
if
1d20.
I want him to do it.
Oh, you want him to fuck you?
Yeah, well, because that makes our adventure.
Okay, cool. What moment from your past do you have to relive?
I guess breaking your city.
You just you just flash back and you just do it again.
Yeah.
How do you react?
I'm like, da-na-na. It's like a really dramatic moment. Like my hands are on my face. I'm like, no.
And when you relive it, do I even like notice, or do you get like ripped out of reality? And to me, you're just like gone, and then you come back afterwards.
I would imagine it's either that or I'm like in my mind. You're like, what's going on with you? And I'm just like.
Kirby said you could have 1 dice for each, or base it on the order of the numbers in the addition problem.
Yeah,
He's talking about how till dice works.
Yeah, so it's like there's one number and then another number So I guess my first number will be.
You're good, Ty?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you went through some traumatic memories with the America's Funniest Home dick bag or whatever. We have like 2 minutes left in the session.
Dang. I'm gonna end my turn.
You're gonna end your turn? Okay, fuck. I'm gonna make a gun out of. I have like 9 energy because the phone refills me for 1 every time.
So I'm like stuck in this thing, yeah.
So I'm gonna make it. How much energy do they have? I'm gonna make the gun's properties. I'm gonna spend 3 on it, drop me down to 6. I'm gonna make it where it regens for 3 every turn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the 3 back. So I'm back to 9. Then I'm gonna tell the gun that it can shoot evil from anywhere. I don't have to aim. I just pull the trigger and it shoots whatever evil thing I want to kill. And then it also lets me measure the energy of things that I select, so I know how much energy they have.
Well, also I have that thing that detects like evil energy, so I could just tell you like how much.
Oh yeah, how much energy do they have?
America's Funniest Home dick bag has like 15.
You can only have up to 10.
Oh, okay. He has
They got a little bit of lag. They have to spend at least 5 to override it.
Yeah.
They could spend equal to be like evenly matched.
As like some rule sets and stuff. I would really like to see modifiers added into Jank Heroes. Especially for the idea that like you could have a modifier where the person who's running the session can also be a character.
Well, that's who Plain White's supposed to be.
Okay. That's fair. Alright.
Kirby said an evil strat would be that your construct reduces the enemy's max energy amount by blank when you attack with it.
Okay.
That would be like a hard dick move.
Yeah.
That's why stat restriction's a good game modifier.
I get you.
Ooh. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that bell so you notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jep Like One Only, here with Wins.
AP.
And also, what would you review the game on a 10 scale from your 12-minute session?
I would say, I feel like it has a lot of promise, especially because you start off with a blank canvas, which I really like. It's a very artistic game. I feel like I rank Jank Heroes like an 8 or a 9 out of like 10 like perfect game, just because I don't know what a perfect game would be. And so I'd rate this like a 7-8. I fuck with it.
A 7-8?
Yeah.
Kirby said, what would your Matty Fucks be, Winslow? That's a 7 scale. 7
Matty
to
Fucks.
0.
I don't know. Like what?
That's the traditional rating system of the channel. Back in the day when I used to review stuff, it would be like 5 Matty Fucks out of like 6.
I guess like then out of 7.
I think it's 0 to 6, which is why it's out of 7.
0 to 6. Okay, so then between 4.5 and 5.5.
Okay. Ooh. But yeah, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jep Like One Only, logging out. Subscribe to Empire of Eternia.
Hey, get away.